We are learning more tonight about the successful U.S. airstrike that took down one of the world's most wanted terrorists. Ayman al-Zawahiri was killed by a drone in Afghanistan over the weekend. He was known as a leader of Al-Qaeda and the co-planner of the September 11th terrorist attacks, along with Osama bin Laden. He was sort of the number two. Taking down Zawahiri took months of careful planning to ensure that no civilians were killed. And it was a strategic and precise attack. Investigative correspondent Rich McHugh joining us live tonight with a closer look. Rich, this was a high-stake mission, if we've ever seen one.
That's right, Marnie. This is a huge win for the CIA. They've been looking for this guy for years, ever since 9/11. He's basically been a ghost until a few months ago. They realized that his family had moved into a safe house in Kabul. Then they realized that he had also moved in, and they began tracking his daily routines.
The U.S. drone strike left one of the most wanted men in the world dead on his balcony in Kabul. The strike, ordered by the president last week, caps a more than 20-year hunt for the Al-Qaeda leader.
Justice has been delivered, and this terrorist leader is no more.
Ayman al-Zawahiri was a right-hand man to Osama bin Laden and took over as Al-Qaeda's leader after the U.S. killed bin Laden in 2011. Zawahiri was the architect of the 9/11 attacks and also played a role in the 1998 bombings of the embassies in Tanzania and Kenya.
He was the brains of the operation. Zawahiri was the real motivator and planner for what happened.
The news of his death comes nearly a year after the U.S. finished withdrawing troops from Afghanistan. And amid concern, the country would become a safe haven for terrorists.
No matter how long it takes, no matter where you hide, if you are a threat to our people, the United States will find you and take you out.
Senior administration officials provided NewsNation more detail about the timeline of how it went down. Months earlier, they tracked al-Zawahiri to a safe house in downtown Kabul. He appeared on the balcony several times during those months, but never left the house. The president was briefed in May and in June, and a formal detailed briefing on July 1st, before he gave U.S. forces the green light last week. On July 31st at 9:48 p.m. Eastern, 6:18 a.m. Kabul, they took him out with 2 Hellfire missiles fired from a drone with 0 forces on the ground.
After carefully considering the clear and convincing evidence of his location, I authorized a precision strike that would remove him from the battlefield once and for all.
What's the most significant thing about this killing, in your opinion?
Well, I think the most significant thing is that it shows we have the capability and that basically Al-Qaeda is on the ropes. It's going to be very difficult for it to reconstitute itself, even if the Taliban gives them some assistance.
Let's hope Al-Qaeda is on the ropes, Rich. But the question is, he was a high-level target. Who's next in line? Is the threat in the region minimized with taking him out?
Well, talking to Larry Korb, he basically says, look, this is a big win for us, for the country, in taking out the leader of Al-Qaeda, and they are minimized. But the real threat remains ISIS, the Islamic State. There was a recent kill there by the U.S. last month in Syria. And we'll continue to chip away at that, but ISIS remains the real threat, Marnie.
Right, and we can never let our guards down. If 9/11 taught us one thing, it is that. Rich McHugh joining us live tonight. Appreciate that inside look as always. Rich, thank you. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider, and don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.